guys, we're going to start talking about the light reactions in photosynthesis, but I first want to talk about one of my favorite structures in photosynthesis, and this is called the photosystems. They are pretty large structures, and this is called a photosystem. We actually have two in photosynthesis. We have Photosystems 1 and Photosystem 2. So PS1 and PS2 is short for Photosystem 1 and Photosystem 2. Photosystem 1 was actually discovered first, and that's why it's called Photosystem 1. Photosystem 2 was discovered second, and that's how we've named them. How they occur in the electron transport chain, though, guess who comes first? Yes, it's Photosystem 2, and that confuses a lot of students. But anyway, it's a complex structure. There are proteins, probably about 17 or 18 proteins in it, and we've got lots of pigments. So we have, of course, chlorophyll, which is what makes plants green, and that's one of the pigments. And we have things called carotenoids. And then we have other pigments like xanthophyll, and sometimes we'll see anthocyanin and carotene. So there's lots of different pigments associated with the photosystems. And then we have this special pair of chlorophyll A molecules down here. I'll say chlorophyll A. And these areas are kind of a special place where electrons get excited and they can move to a different part of the photosystem. But let's talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to put this little box up here because this little box is going to help accept those electrons once they get excited. I'm also going to draw a bunch of different pigments along the side of the photosystem, and they're different colors, right? We have lots and lots of different pigments. Some are orange, some are red. Okay, and various pigments. Okay, and what these pigments do is that they help, they do a couple of different things, but one of the things is that they help make the plant very efficient in absorbing light energy. So and they also act as antioxidants. Okay, and that is actually an important job for these pigments. Anytime you have light energy and oxygen involved near any sort of complex protein structure, you run the risk of free radical formation. Free radicals are things that end up getting electrons ripped off of them, but then they cause this cascade reaction where other molecules get their electrons ripped off, and that causes other molecules to get their electrons ripped off. So you kind of understand my point here. So those different pigments will help stop free radicals from forming and help prevent damage to a system or to a cell. Okay. Actually, plants are really the only things that make these antioxidants. So if we want to help, with cancer prevention, we actually have to eat plant material because we can't make antioxidants on our own. We have to get those from plants. All right, so during photosynthesis, we have light energy coming in the system, and I'll do that a different color. So light energy. And it bounces around the photosystem until finally these chlorophyll A molecules absorb light energy. So these guys absorb the light energy. And what happens is electrons get excited from those chlorophyll A molecules. So they get excited and they move up into this little special box, and this is called the primary electron acceptor. Okay. All right. So I think that's really kind of what I wanted to cover. Again, I just wanted to give you an overview of the photosystem, and what's inside the photosystem, how electrons get excited, and they move to a different part of the photosystem. Again, this is a fairly large structure, so we could have electrons moving around inside of it, and that there are other pigments associated with this photosystem besides chlorophyll. And that's basically it. So the next part I'm going to do is talk about the electron transport chain. Okay, that's all for now.